This guy, you was on the Appalachian Trail?
No.
You didn't?
Just him.
Just you? Did you see Bigfoot over there?
No.
They say they got Bigfoot on him.
You smell found foot. You smell fall foot.
Found small foot.
You seen the small footprint? They say Bigfoot's on
We
that
knew where it was
Appalachian
going. He found small foot.
They also got this one part of that trail where people come up missing.
Yeah, he saw that too.
You heard about that?
Mm-mm.
They didn't tell you nothing about all that? Yeah. They got one certain spot, certain area. I think it's up when you first start out that they find people missing. They don't find them missing. They just come up missing.
Yeah. There was one guy who killed somebody while I was up there.
While you was there?
Yeah.
He was running around loose on the trail? He killed him on the trail or he killed him and ran to the trail?
Killed him on the trail. Woke them up at 3 o'clock in the morning from their tents and chased them in the woods.
Chased two of them?
Yeah, he chased one guy, stabbed him with a machete, stabbed another girl. She played dead. Only one guy died.
What was wrong with him?
He was off his medications. He was a train hopper who was taking the trail to go to a court date in Virginia. And then we put him away. He's in an insane asylum for the rest of his life.
Insane asylum.
Yeah.
They put him on the end of a rope hanging somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, how'd you like to get woke up out your tent 3 o'clock in the morning? That's why I would never go unless I had me a 44 Magnum.
Yep, there's a lot of people who did.
You didn't have no gun?
No, I didn't have. The only thing I had was a little pocket knife.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I would have had me I'd have to have a Bigfoot to come out of anywhere. You don't believe in Bigfoot, do you?
I mean, I feel like there's stuff out there that people see that, not everyone does.
He knows what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
You seen some stuff?
Not necessarily, but I mean,
Seen and heard some
there
stuff.
can't be that many people who have claimed to see the same thing and describe it the same way. There not be something out there.
Yeah.
Just like aliens, like,
You believe you ever saw a UFO?
I don't think I've ever seen a UFO.
You?
I've seen an object that I couldn't identify.
What was it?
It was flying,
Oh, I always see that all the time. You seen a UFO?
but that's the definition of a
We've seen some
UFO.
failed use, some flying objects that are unidentified. I don't know what they are. Most of the time.
Yeah, the government said they found some aliens.
Yeah, well, you know what they are, don't you?
They're
Now
Amer-
people say, oh, I was abducted by an alien and they brought me up there and did an operation on me. You know what that is?
Our government?
That's demons do that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. That's what they are. And if you ever get abducted, just say, "Get away from me in the name of Jesus," and they gone. You don't believe that? It's the truth. They tell you that if you watch. I watch enough of that stuff. I know. They just come down here to try to get us, thinking that they gonna come get us. And they had a war and they started this. They invented us, created us, and all that. They ain't created nothing. Then they try to say that Hillary Clinton is a clone.
clone?
A clone, yeah, something like. What's the name of that word?
Clone?
Clone, yeah.
Oh, like there's another one of her somewhere?
Well, real Hillary died, and so they took some of her DNA and made this one that's walking around talking.
Okay.
You didn't hear that?
Uh-uh.
Eminem's a clone.
You ever heard that?
I heard that
conspiracy
rumor.
theory
You did?
about Avril Lavigne?
Yeah, I just heard that
She
recently.
had a body double and she supposedly died.
Who?
You ever heard the one about Avril Lavigne?
Oh,
Who?
Avril Lavigne, she's a musician.
Oh.
Some
she's
people-
Canadian,
some
right?
people say that she died and she was replaced by someone who looks just like her.
They said the same thing about Paul McCartney from the Beatles.
Yeah, but he's been dead for
They
years.
say he died in the 60s.
Yeah, and they redid him.
Said Paul McCartney is not dead. And then they said that he was the only one on Abbey Road that wasn't wearing shoes. He was the one barefoot. And they said that wasn't the real Paul McCartney.
But that one is or isn't?
Isn't.
Isn't the real.
They had a contest in the 60s on a show for the Beatles lookalikes. And the guy who won the lookalike contest is the new Paul McCartney. There's
I know one thing. They had this one over there. They wanted to go to see that where they crossing the street on Abbey Road. Is that the same album?
Uh-huh.
And he wanted to go there so bad. Oh man, he saved up all his money. He went all the way to England, and he was on cross on his hands and walk across, and he fell, dislocated his shoulder. Yeah, y'all never heard about that dude? Yeah. Cause he had to go to the hospital in England.
Oh. You make good money when you pretend to be a blind man. A few bucks here and there.
Y'all ever been to Gulf Shores, Alabama? You been there?
Yep.
Well, you went there for that Jimmy Buffett concert, wasn't you?
Yeah.
You heard about it? He had a concert for the oil slick. You know, he died the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he went down there and did a concert for the oil slick to raise money for the people that lived in the area. And it was a big old concert. He said, this is the most people I ever been at one of my concerts, all the way to the back.